Over to the NFL, where the Lions held the Cowboys just 9 points, but it cost them one of their biggest defensive stars. This one taking place in Jerry World, first quarter. Lions down 3-0. David Montgomery bouncing off of tackle, staying on his feet. He's getting into the end zone. Physical run there. Yeah, giddy up, David Montgomery. Lions take the lead 7-3. Later on in the first, Dak Prescott looks in the end zone for CeeDee Lamb, but Brian Branch is there with the interception. Costly pick for the Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb was like, oh, man, no, not again. Second quarter, though, Lions up 10-3. Stay with me here. Jared Goff to David Montgomery, flips it back to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Goff gets it to Sam Laporta, and he sees all green for the touchdown. Just like how they drew it up, Lions extend their lead 17-3. 40 seconds left. Lions up 20-3. David Montgomery punches it in for a second touchdown of the game. Jerry Jones not happy about that one. Take it to the third quarter, same score. Jared Goff looks in the end zone, finds a wide open Jameson Williams for the touchdown, and we got more celebrations happening down there in Dallas. Trayvon Diggs not digging it. Later on in the quarter, Prescott drops back. Some pressure comes from Aidan Hutchinson, but take a look at what happens here. He suffers a significant leg injury. A lot of players up there upset. Jared Goff looking on, CeeDee Lamb as well. Dan Campbell and Hutchinson underwent immediate surgery at a Dallas area hospital for a broken tibia. Lions, they won that one 47-9. Here's Dan Campbell with an update.
I hate it for Hutch. That's tough. It was tough. And he's in good hands right now. He's being taken care of. He'll stay back here. Obviously he's going to be down for a little while. And so that's tough, man. It's hard when you lose somebody like him. But we'll know a lot more after this, and obviously wish him the best.
Anytime you get beat, you create question marks. When you get beat like this, you create more question marks. And certainly there's a lot of question marks there, but all of us get out and do what we do in life without all the questions answered. And we just got a bunch of them right now, a lot more than I would have hoped or thought. I thought defensively we were compromised, but I thought we could come in here and really make up for where we were compromised on defense with our offense. Detroit, again, had a lot to say about that, but this was a stunner as well as just a disappointment.
That's the NFL, and humbling within the game. As I said, you go down first drive, feel good. Feel like you know what I'm saying, should have got a touchdown, but you settle for the field goal. You come down again and in the same situation, think you're going to score, and I turn the ball over, and then, as I said, from there, can't get anything going. So humbling for sure. Concerning, I'm not a guy to hit the panic button. I get to have the ball in my hands. I get to lead this offense. I get to lead this team. Hard for me to say that. And then shocking, I can agree to that to some extent, just on the way that they came out and played harder than us in every phase. And obviously you never prepare for that or think that can happen the way that it did today here at home again. Now dropping 3 at home, place that we've been great at. Yeah.
All right, let's get some perspective from Uncle Herm now. So, look, I mean, offense was bad. Defense gave up a lot of points, so you could put a lot of blame on a lot of places here in Cowboy land right now. I guess the simple question for you, Coach, is how do you get this thing fixed? Is it possible to get it fixed?
Well, I said this in the beginning of the season. Who is their running back?
Good point.
The Cowboys have always had a bell cow running back. You can go back to the Calvin Hill days, Tony Dorsett. You just name all the Cowboy running backs. Who's their running back? They don't have a running back.
Yeah.
So all the stress is on who? The quarterback. Mm-hmm. They're a throwing football team. I get it. They got a lot of really good receivers. They got tight ends. But poor Dak is carrying this load by himself. They cannot run the football, and that is a problem. You have to have balance. This team used to be really good at home. They're 0-3. They've been outscored the first half 83-28 at home. So they're playing uphill all the time at home. This used to be the place where you didn't want to go in the Cowboys' house and play those guys, and now you go in there and beat them.
And, by the way, it was Jerry Jones' 82nd birthday, and all they did was gift him with a blowout loss at home. Way to go. Let's go to the Lions, though, and you take a look at, look, they get another win, which is great. They're 4-1. But Aidan Hutchinson, man, you hate to see that happen to any player on any team. But for them, he's such an integral part of what their identity is.
Yes.
What do you make of what this team can become now in the wake of this loss?
Well, obviously, his energy, and you mentioned it, he provides that to this football team, especially on defense. He had 6.5 sacks. I mean, you can tell these guys right now. Coach was raveled after the game. This whole team is trying to find their way. But knowing Hutchinson, he's going to tell them this. He's going to say, look, you guys got to play. You guys got to go play now. And if you're the players and the captains of this football team, you're saying we're playing for this guy. We're going to play for him now. We're going to dedicate the rest of the season to this man. And that's got to be, their mantra right now as a football team, because they're a good football team. But losing him, that's a big part on defense.
They can play for him. Not a lot of people can play like him.
That's exactly
We'll see how they get done after this injury to Aidan Hutchinson. Herm, appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Back here on SportsCenter, Texans visiting the Patriots. Drake Maye getting his first career start in the NFL. Just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Texans up 7-0. C.J. Stroud finds Joe Mixon, who finds the end zone. Texans lead early 14-0. Under 2 minutes left in the first. Drake Maye drops back, but Kalen Bullock is there for the pick. Bullock rushes up the field for a 28-yard gain. And that is Drake Maye's first interception of his NFL career. Early third quarter, Texans up 14-7. C.J. Stroud finds Stephon Diggs in the end zone. Texans go on to win it 41-21. Let's talk some quarterback play with Coach Edwards, or maybe Uncle Herm. Is that what we're calling you now?
That's what Michael calls me Uncle, so I'm the uncle.
Uncle Herm. Rookie Drake Maye got his first start of the season. What did you take away from his debut with the Patriots?
I think they waited too long. I thought he should have started in the beginning of the season, and they waited till this week. But you anticipate a young quarterback, a rookie quarterback, first start. His nerves are going kind of fast. He overthrew some balls at times, but I think he has a future. This is their quarterback going forward for the rest of the season. I like some things he did today. He threw, 3 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions. Okay, you got to live with the interceptions. You got to live with the turnover. Now, he'll get better, but this is their quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of people say, well, they didn't play him early because of the offensive line. Did the offensive line change since the first week of play?
No, sure
Same
didn't.
guys playing. Should have started him 6 weeks ago. He'd be that further along right now.
See, Uncle Herm, I feel like you calling me out because I'm
not
talking about
calling
that
you out.
offensive
No,
line. All right, elsewhere in Green Bay, Jordan Love, he threw for 4 touchdown passes in a 34-13 win over the Cardinals. What impressed you about what you saw from Jordan Love?
Well, Jordan Love, obviously, he's in a long line of quarterbacks that have played in Green Bay that have become Hall of Famers. When you think about Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, and now he is replacing Aaron Rodgers. Look, I think he's a fabulous player. And the thing about him, when he throws the ball to the opponent, it doesn't do it a lot, but when he does, it doesn't affect it. He continues to throw the football. They're not worried about if he turns the ball over. But I think this is the quarterback going forward. He's a fabulous football player. I just like the way he plays. I like his demeanor.
Yeah, and it looks like Green Bay has really found their guy in Jordan Love. Yes. Herb, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Pretty good quarterback matchup between the Ravens and the Commanders. Jayden Daniels, the rookie, getting his first matchup against Lamar Jackson. Second quarter, Washington down 10-3. Daniels to Terry McLaurin in the back of the end zone, got both feet down. That ties the game, but here comes Lamar to Mark Andrews, his first touchdown of the season for Andrews. Lamar went 20 for 26 for 323. Third quarter, Derrick, Henry. That's too much room for him to go up the middle. His second TD of the game. Commanders going for it here, 4th and goal. They're down 2 scores. Daniels, how about that throw to McLaurin again? Daniels 24-35 for 269. They're down just 1 score, but late in the 4th, Henry coming through like the rent is due, breaking free for a 27-yard game. Ravens going to win it 30-23. They've won 4 straight since that 0-2 start. And how about Derrick Henry? How good has he been as of late? Couple touchdowns, 100 yards rushing. Look at the people in front of him who have done that more than him. Those 3 guys, they're all Hall of Famers, and Derrick Henry will be one when his playing days are over. All right, so back with Uncle Herm here. Look, the matchup of the Beltway between these 2 quarterbacks lived up to the hype, obviously. But let's focus on the Ravens a little bit here, because now they're 4-0 after that 0-2 start. As I mentioned, their offense it's looking really good right now with the passing and running game being very cohesive.
I think they found a balance with Lamar Jackson running the ball and Derrick Henry. Who are you going to lean on?
Yeah.
Right now, it's Derrick Henry's ball, and rightly so. That takes a lot of hits off of Lamar Jackson. They are a potent offense, as you just mentioned.
Right.
Not only is it Henry, but the tight ends have come into play. Likely, Andrews. You know, those three guys right there, along with Lamar Jackson, not even counting their receivers, they're hard to handle. You know, as we know, Derrick Henry is a straight line runner.
Yeah.
He's coming north and south. And if you don't have courage to tackle him, get out of his way.
His third 100-yard rushing game of the season. When he's doing that, that's a whole different ball squad down there in Baltimore. Coach, appreciate it.
Thank you.